If you are like me and you sit a lot at a desk, and you probably have tight hamstrings. Let's get right into it in child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch and sit your hips over your heels. Your knees can be narrow or wide, whatever feels better for you. Allow your torso to drape forward, resting your forehead down on your mat. And start to draw your attention to your breath. Breathing in and out. Really let your hips sink heavy over your heels. Maybe you rock your hips side to side, starting to feel a little gentle stretch in your hips. And let's move. Lift your head and come to hands and knees. And then shift forward. Separate your feet so they come behind your knees. Bring your shoulders over your wrists so you're in a modified plank. Breathe in. And then breathe out right back to child's pose. You don't have to tap your forehead this time. Feel the stretch. We'll do that 2 more times. Ride your inhale up to your modified plank. Press your hips down. And exhale, pull your hips back. Child's pose. Final time, inhale, press forward. Exhale, press back. Tuck your toes and then find down dog. Good, so hitting the hamstrings a bit here. Keep a generous bend in your knees, extending long through your arms, spread your fingers wide. Send your hips up and back and keep your knees bent. Good, then lift your hips up and start to take some bend out of your knees. Your knees don't have to be locked out, so you want a nice long spine. You'll start to work into your hamstrings throughout this class, and down dog may feel more comfortable as we go. Let's start by taking a deep bend in your left knee and drive your right heel down to the mat. So you feel that stretch along the back of your right leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Switch it out. Left heel down, right knee bends. Drive your left heel down to the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Come up high on both heels. Drive your heels down toward the mat. Again, they don't have to touch. Inhale, look forward between your thumbs. Exhale, travel to the top of the mat. Come to your fingertips or grab for opposite elbows for ragdoll. Let your head hang heavy. Let your knees bend a little or a lot. Let your torso hang, so belly over thighs. Might feel good to sway here. So you're loosening up any tension in your upper body, but if you want to activate and bring the hamstrings into this a little bit more, you can think about tipping your tailbone up toward the ceiling and letting your torso hang heavy here, and you'll feel that in the hamstrings. Really pushing through your feet, maybe taking a little more bend out of your knees. Full inhale. Full exhale. Release fingertips to the mat. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Bring your hands to your shins. Lengthen through your spine. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Standing at the top of your mat. Draw your hands forward. Mountain pose. Maybe you set an intention for this practice, just to be present, to feel a little lighter, a little looser. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Reach your arms straight up to the ceiling. As you exhale, circle your hands to your lower back. Either press your hands to your low back or find a clasp, extending through your arms. Puff up your chest as you breathe in, lift up. As you breathe out, go back. Breathe in to lift up. Breathe out to go back. Breathe in to lift up. Either keep your hands clasped, or if your hands are on your low back, just slide them down the backs of your legs. We'll go for a forward fold. Option to keep that clasp for a shoulder rinse. Working in to the hamstrings once again. Maybe you shake your head no. No tension. Nod it yes. Say yes to something you'd like to invite in here. Breathe in. Release your clasp if you have it. Bring your hands down to the mat. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Breathe in. Plant your hands. Breathe out. Step back, high plank, or you can stick with modified plank with your knees down. Inhale wherever you are. As you exhale, bend your elbows halfway or all the way. Bottom of a push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog with your hips and thighs hovering. Down dog is your exhale. Take a couple breaths here. You can always drop to your knees for child's pose or puppy pose. Keep your hips high, let your chest straight forward. Take 2 more full rounds of breath wherever you are. And when you're done, you'll meet in down dog. Look forward, breathe in. Step or hop to the top as you exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold forward. Shift your weight to your heels, lift the ball of your feet, and take your hands palm face up under your feet for gorilla pose. So big toes are coming right to the crease of your wrist. Your knees can be bent. Halfway lift, find length in your spine. And as you exhale, fold forward, let your head hang heavy, bend your elbows, point your hips up. 3 breaths here. Let your breath be your anchor. Just breathe through the sensations. Deep hamstring stretch for more activation. Push down through your feet as you lift up through your hips, drawing your forehead in between your shins or your knees. Release your hands one at a time. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair pose. Breathe in, reach your arms high. Slight tuck of your tailbone, 5 breaths. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Soften your face. Soften your eyebrows. Send your hips down a little bit more. Stand up, mountain pose, inhale. Cactus back bend, exhale, hips forward, arms to 90 degrees. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, forward fold, option to take the clasp at your lower back once again. And hold here. Breathe in. Breathe out, release the clasp if you have it. Halfway lift, inhale. Vinyasa or step back to downward facing dog. Your choice, your practice. There's really no right answer, especially when you're at home. And take 2 more breaths to reset here. Finding your center. On your next inhale, lift your right leg, keep your hips parallel. So really using your right glute and your hamstring to hold your legs up nice and level as though you're kicking the wall behind you. Hopefully you don't have a window like I do. Don't actually kick. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you'd like to, you can open up, stacking your right hip on top of your left. Maybe point your knee up to the ceiling by bending your knee. Just play around here. Maybe you make some big circles with your knee. Re-extend. Breathe in. Level off your hips. Exhale, step your right foot forward and through between your hands for a runner's lunge. Shift forward and back for a moment. Just feeling this stretch. Keep your chest lifted if you can. You can roll forward and back on your back toes if that feels good in your body. And then lower your left knee down to the mat. Come into low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Your feet are on railroad tracks. Lift your chest, lift your arms. Inhale, exhale, shift your hips forward. Breathe in, breathe out, squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, maybe you lift your gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands down to frame your right foot. Send your hips back for half splits, forehead to knee. So really working into your hamstring. You can sink your hips back towards your heel here. Or you can keep a deeper bend in your right knee if you're feeling super tight. If you're feeling looser, you can slide forward, bringing your right heel forward more and more. Maybe it's a 3/4 split. Maybe it's a full split if you feel ready, but no pressure. I know this might be a little early even for me. Halfway lift your spine wherever you are. Fold. Once more, inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale back to your low lunge. Reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come back to plank or modified plank, knees up or down. Your vinyasa or press down to downward facing dog. Reset for a moment. Three-legged dog on the left. Lift your left leg. Keep your hips level to start. So as though you're kicking the back of your space. It's as though you could balance a teacup on your sacrum, on your lower back. And then if you'd like to, you can open out through your hip, stacking left hip on top of right, maybe bending out through the knee, circles. Crackles and pops in the hip are okay as long as it's not painful. I know my hip just crackled a little bit. Re-extend, breathe in. Level off hips. Exhale, step through, runner's lunge. We'll hold here. Hands down on the mat, roll forward and back if that feels good. Try to keep your chest lifted. You'll feel a big stretch on that right hip flexor into the hips. Maybe you'll feel this in the hamstring as well. If you need to lower your back knee to the mat, you can. And then we'll all lower that back knee down. The knee and the foot are on railroad tracks, shifting your hips forward. Lift your chest, lift your arms. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. You can shift forward and back here as well, squeezing inner thighs together and scoop up the low belly and the low back for some support with your core. So keeping that core engaged will help you balance and hold this pose. Maybe you look up, lean back. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the mat. Send your hips back. Flex your toes up. Bow. So as long as you're feeling this in the hamstring, you're doing it correctly. There's a lot of options, a lot of variations. You can send your hips back towards your heels. You can just hold with a bend in the knee if you're feeling tight. That is a totally fine option. Or if you're feeling loose, you can start to slide forward, slide out, 3/4 split, full split. Wherever you are, just breathe through it. It can be a really intense stretch. Halfway lift your spine, inhale. Fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. And crawl forward to your low lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back. Plank, modified plank. And then you're journeying to down dog, your flow, or skip your flow altogether. Look forward, breathe in. Travel to the top, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Chair pose, inhale. Hold. Tuck tailbone. Lift your arms. You can always take your hands to heart center if this is making your shoulders feel a little crunchy. And then slowly lower your hips all the way down. Hands to heart center. Toe stand or supported toe stand. So you can hold here, maybe give yourself a foot massage, or if you like to go for yogi squat malasana, you can separate your feet out, turning your feet, toes out, heels in, hands to heart center here, for a nice release on the hips, inner thighs. Breath in. Breath out, lower your heels. And then recline back onto your back. Take a long body stretch, reaching your legs long, arms overhead. Feel length, spaciousness in your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Knees to chest, ball pose. Roll side to side on your low back. And then release your left leg down to the floor. You can extend it long, or you can keep the left foot on the floor. And then start to kick your right leg up to the ceiling for a hamstring stretch, reclined. Grab the back of your hamstring or walk your hands up your leg toward your ankle. Flex or point your foot, maybe roll out your ankle. Good. If you want, you can push and try to straighten out your leg, kicking into your hand or pressing into your hand as you press your hand into your foot. So it's almost like a little fight going on between the pressure of your leg and your hand, adding some tension, some stretch. Good. Then take your right hand to your right leg and just gently guide it out to the side to work into your inner thigh. And lift it up. Take both hands to your right foot and drive your right knee into your right armpit for a half happy baby. This might feel better with your left leg extended, or that might intensify things, so just do what feels best here. Release, hug both knees into your chest for a moment. Other side, extend your right leg or stamp the foot down. And then extend your left foot up toward the ceiling. You can keep a deep or a soft bend in your left knee. Pull onto your hamstring gently, getting a nice stretch. Listen to your body here. Maybe you crawl your hands up your leg. So adding that tension, pressing into your hands, hands pressing into leg. Maybe you try to take some of the bend out of your knee. And then open that leg out to the side. Half straddle. Nice inner thigh stretch. Back up to center. Both hands grab hold of your left foot and then draw your left knee into your armpit. Half happy baby. Release. Hug your knees into your chest. Grab behind your thighs. Rock and roll. You'll cross out the ankles. Press back to down dog, or you can find a vinyasa if you're feeling fancy. You can take a little crow pose in between. I'm not going to cue through crow pose. I have a whole class dedicated to it. If you'd like to find it, it's on my channel. We'll meet in down dog. One more flow. So let's give everything you've got to this peak flow of practice. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Breathe in. Knee to your nose, breathe out. Three-legged dog, breathe in. Runner's lunge, breathe out, step through. This time, easy twist. Left hand down, right arm to the sky. Hold here, or turn to the pinky toe sides of both feet for horizon lunge. We're working to your IT band here. We're working all sides of the legs and hips because it's really all connected. If your hamstrings are tight, chances are the other areas are tight as well. If you're in horizon lunge, lift back up to your easy twist. Breathe in. Runner's lunge, exhale. High crescent lunge as you inhale. Come to standing on your knee. Really squeeze your inner thighs together. Scooping your belly, you can have a soft bend in your left knee if that feels better in your body. And lift your arms high overhead. Breathe in. Maybe you start to straighten through your left leg and deepen into that right knee. 3 cactus pulses. As you exhale, take your arms to 90, bend your back knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to pulse. Inhale to lengthen. Last one, exhale to pulse. Inhale to lengthen. And then draw your back heel in and ground your back heel. Your feet should be separated on railroad tracks. Find length as you inhale. Option to keep your arms overhead or take them to your hips. If you take your hands to your hips, it will help to make sure your hips are oriented to the front of your mat. So the front of your space. Imagine you have light bulbs on your hips. Would they be pointed forward? If not, shorten and widen your stance. To make this a little easier, we're going to bow forward pyramid pose. Inhale. As you exhale, hinge from your hips. Lower with a flat back. Reach down for the floor. If you can't reach the floor and it's feeling super far, if you have blocks or books or anything to place your hands on, that would be super helpful. If not, that's fine. Take a shorter or wider stance or add a deeper bend in your right knee. Halfway lift your spine, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Inhale, crawl your hands forward, kick your left leg back behind you, standing L or a standing split, left leg up to the ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, fold forward, exhale. Mountain pose, inhale. Single leg mountain, exhale. Left leg will be down, your right knee will come into your chest. So we're gonna do that single leg stretch, but standing. So you can hold here, hugging your knee into your chest. If you have a wall, you can take your left hand to a wall. Option to grab both hands onto your right foot and start to kick out. Or take your right piece fingers and hook them around your big toe and start to extend, left hand to hip. So really working into your hamstring and your balance. 3 breaths. Release. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant your hands, vinyasa, or step back to down dog. And just get the other side. Full inhale. Full exhale. 3-legged dog, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. 3-legged, breathe in. Step through, breathe out. Runner's lunge. Easy twist, right hand down, left arm up. Hold your twist, gazing up at your left hand. Or you can take horizon, spin to the pinky toe side of both feet, dip your hip down, left hand down. Inhale, come back to your easy twist if you've come to horizon. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, crawl your hands between your feet. Crown of your head down to the mat. Hands can stay under your shoulders or grab for your opposite heels. Any variation that feels good, you can also take the shoulder rinse if you like that variation. As you're ready, release your arms. Halfway lift, inhale. Crawl to the top of your mat. Exhale, runner's lunge. Reset here. On your inhale, rise strong. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Reach your arms high overhead. You can have a soft bend in your back knee or straight and strong. Inhale, lift up through your rib cage. Exhale, cactus arms, pulse your back knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, pulse. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, pulse. Inhale, straighten. Dial your right heel down. Shorten and widen your stance if you need. Remember those flashlights pointing forward. Lift up, breathe in. Maybe your hands come to your hips. As you exhale, hinge from your hips forward. Your left knee can bend and then reach for the ground. You can shorten and widen your stance. Forehead to knee. Remember, right hip plugs forward, left hip plugs back. Halfway lift your spine, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Inhale, step on your left leg, kick your right leg up and back. Standing L or standing split, drive your right toes up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Come to standing, breathe in. Hands to heart center, breathe out. Shift your weight to your right leg. Hug your left knee into your chest. Reach around for your left foot. And then kick your left leg out in front of you. You can also take left peace fingers around your big toe and right hand to your hip and kick out this way. 3 breaths here. Release. Beautiful work. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Last vinyasa of practice. Your choice will meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward between your thumbs. Exhale, you'll hop through to a seat. Straighten your legs out long in front of you. Inhale, reach your arms high up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Reach for your feet, your shins, and see if you can keep a flat back for as long as possible. And then you can start to round forward. Inhale, slowly rise up. And then come to a comfortable seated position. Cross-legged easy pose. Breathe in, reach your arms high overhead. Close out with a twist. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind your back. Inhale, find length. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist it out. Back to center, breathe in. Other side, right hand to left knee, left hand behind your back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And unravel back to center. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this class, consider joining me for this next class. I'll see you next time.